Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Friday. It's the 24th of November, 2023. Going to look at the 11th race from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 11th race from Churchill, which is the traditional Black Friday feature from Churchill. It is the Clark Stakes. It's a Grade 3 event going for, a Grade 2 event going for a purse of $600,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, a mile and an eighth in this year's Clark. I believe I think this is the first year in a while that it's run as a Grade 2. If it's either the first year or second year they're running as a Grade 2. For years it's been a Grade 1, but they just have to downgrade. They've downgraded a few races this season. If I'm not mistaken, it is the first year because I think the Clark and the Cigar Mile next week were both degraded to Grade 2 from Grade 1 company. But it's still a good race here, but it's not a Grade 1 quality race this year like it can be. But and like I said, this race has always been a fun one. Actually, today, it's 20 years since Evening Attire won this Clark, which a lot of people seem to forget. The great New York bred of the mid 2000s. He won this. He won the Clark handicap in 2003, but got disqualified because he was drifting out late, and he won by like a nose. And when you win by a nose and you're drifting into your foe, you're gonna get disqualified. And they did the right thing, but a lot of people forget about that that Clark. But hopefully it doesn't happen today. My top selection, I'm gonna go with the 2-horse First Mission. I'm gonna go 2-3-6-4 in the superfecta. 2-3-6-4 Super, top selection 2-horse, First Mission, 3-year-old colt by Street Sense. Brad Cox trains one for Godolphin. Luis Saez gets the mount. The horse's first start in 6 months came the 14th of October at Keeneland, a mile 16th, an obsolete claimer, and he won by a neck that day. And he sat back early and had a trouble trip, but he had to, he had to get out late, and he got the job done, getting there in nick of time. That was a very good, gritty performance off the bench. Hopefully with a better trip here today, going a little bit further, which shouldn't be a problem, I think he'd get around the race course well and get the next check. 2 back in the Lexington at Keeneland, mile 16th, 15th of April. He won by a half a length that day, and he just kind of stalked down the race course. He's a little bit wide, but he went away with it with a 99 buyer. That was a strong run. Keep in mind, Arabian Lion, who finished second, was a next start winner. Not the best ride on Arabian Lion that day. And then prior to that, in the main special weight Fairgrounds, mile 16th in mid-March, he won by 6.5 lengths that day. Had a stupidly wide trip, but he won in a hand ride that day. An all-around easy race there. And then on debut, going 3-quarters to Fairgrounds in mid-February in a main special weight, he finished second by 3/4 length that day. Bishop's Bay had the jump on him late, but this horse, he closed up from nowhere. He just missed, but he ran his heart out that day. Nothing bad about that race after all said and done. Training well locally, back to stakes quality horses, he could definitely win. I think your second likeliest winner here is a 3-horse Ear Medical for Tyler Gaffalione and Antonio Sano. Most recently, the Fayette at Keeneland over the mile and eighth last month. He finished second by a head that day, and he just kind of stalked down the race course. O'Connor just had the jump on him, but he got, had a decent place that day. Prior to the Pennsylvania Derby, he finished third by 6.5 lengths that day. He was just passing tiring foes that day. Saudi Crown, nobody's catching him. Dreamlike could finish second, ran a terrific race. He just wasn't getting into it that day. And then the Smarty Jones local prep race for the PA Derby at Parks, mile 16th in mid-August. He won by 3 lengths that day, and he had a little bit wide posture, a little bit wide trip, but he got the job done. He's run races that could definitely win against these horses. At 4-1, I'll give him a shot here. But to recount my selection for the 11th from Churchill, it is the Clark. Gonna take the 2-horse here. First Mission. Give kudos to the 3-horse Ian Medical. 2-3-6-4 Super. 2-3 in the multi-race. So, good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.